ask you, and so this is a two-part question. The part you'll like, part you won't as much. One is, how does Amazon tackle so many different businesses at once? And I know this is something you're passionate about. Number two, do you really want to crush every retail business out there?
Well, how we tackle everything at once is that we try to create separable, single-threaded teams. So when we have a new idea, we write a press release and FAQ. We actually write the press release for the thing that we want to build and imagine what it would look like at launch. And then we assign one person to it. And that person recruits more people, often SDEs right out of the gate. And soon you have a larger and larger team that's working on that one thing. But if we can keep those teams separable, we can focus our energies on quite a few things, so the breadth can be quite large.
And I want to repeat that phrase: separable, single-threaded teams. That is Amazon lingo. That's how you articulate.
I apologize. I'll probably use lingo throughout. Yeah, separable means almost as separable organizationally as APIs are for software, and single-threaded means they don't work on anything else.
And explain how that.
Well, we're as pure as we can be, but this works best, I've found, when the single-threaded leader does not have to get up in the morning and worry about anything other than the thing that they're charged to succeed at. So the person who owns Alexa wakes up every day and thinks about nothing but Alexa. If they got distracted by what's happening in Kindle or what's happening in another aspect of the retail business or what's happening in AWS, they have less time to focus and less time to notice the things that aren't going well.
So that begs the question, as the leader of this very, very large organization, how you weave together those many single threads.
It's a great question. So we think about mechanisms as a way to lead beyond line of sight. So we try to build things, actually try to build tools, get them adopted, and then inspect the tools to make sure that they continue to be used. And I've found mechanisms are incredibly helpful in making sure that you can monitor lots of different teams all over the world. At this point, there's so many of them that I can't actually help them with everything day to day, of course. Last night at dinner, we were talking about the challenges in going from a 10-person organization to a 100-person organization to 1,000, like many of the room are thinking about. And certainly when you get to a large enough organization, you have to use auditing and inspection as a way to lead and teach wherever you can. We like to rely on our culture, which is embedded in our leadership principles. There are 14 of them. You can find them, they're public. You can find them online. Some of the language is a bit peculiar. My favorite is that for earned trust, we don't think, leaders don't believe their body odor smells of perfume. And I like that sentence because I think it's odd that a company would put that into its leadership principles.